Before I start the video, I just want to say I'm kind of sorry there hasn't been a video in a bit. That Balloon Boy history video, I don't know if it'll be finished or not, but I'm going to try to make it and release it. But I knew when this chapter came out, I needed to talk about it. I really don't like this chapter at all, which really sucks, and I'm going to go into it. So first, I'm going to say the stuff that I liked. I thought the game was a lot less buggy than Chapter 4. I liked how the prototype looked, even though it got leaked like a couple days before the chapter even came out, and I had to see it. I thought that was a fan-made design, but nope, it was the real deal, so that kind of sucks. But, yeah, that's really it. So first is the tape, and this tape has, nothing to do with the actual game. They're, collectibles, the Inside Out animals, whatever they're called, and you can find them around the game, and I think they can give you lore or something. But other than that, these guys can't kill you in the game. There's collectibles. Chapter 1, it's Poppy, makes sense. Chapter 2 is Mommy Longlegs, makes sense. Chapter 3, it's the Smiling Critters, makes sense. Chapter 4 is Doughy, makes sense. I get it, you're probably gonna do it for this for the prototype, but do it for the Lily Love Braids character or something. I do kind of they do shoot a lot of blood and guts in this tape. Don't Hold Me, I'm Scared. It kind of reminds me of that. But other than that, this tape was kind of pointless. I did like the gore, the blood, the guts. I like that. At the end, you can see them breathing. It's creepy. But I hated this tape and I love this tape. So, yeah, that's all I have to say for the tape. So the gameplay, now, this is where I start to get mad because it feels like the whole entire game you're doing puzzles. I know that's the point of Poppy Playtime. There's difficult puzzles, but there's so much and they're so difficult and so annoying. I had to look up 5 videos how to do these puzzles, and I didn't have a problem with that for the other games. Only this one, maybe it's just me, but these puzzles were not even fun, and that took up the whole entire game. I would just be okay with there not being a lot of puzzles, maybe 2. I get it Chapter 4's puzzles weren't the funnest, but I think they're at least easy. Chapter 3 puzzles were the best, but these puzzles were really annoying. They weren't even fun. And it really sucks because the opening of the game has to be one of the best openings of any Poppy Playtime game. Right when you started to run from Huggy. It's really good. It's really fun. But then after the Huggy chase, the game is just really boring until you get to the Lily Love Braids section, and that's when it starts to get fun. And that's at the end of the game. And the whole game you're either doing puzzles and you're not doing anything, it feels yeah. I do want to say, the tapes we got when the tease, the Chapter 5, those were really cool. I think those are even better than the actual chapter. But, I also do want to say, Huggy Wuggy didn't got enough screen time. I think they did perfect with them. Makes me like Huggy Wuggy more. I did like the part where Huggy and Kissy meet until, the prototype kills them both. Well, maybe not. Huggy's probably still alive, but I did like that part. I also like how they make you just hate this prototype. He's such an evil person. I know Catnap, he killed a whole bunch of people, but we still like him. But this makes you just hate the prototype so much, and I like that. And I wish we had a boss fight. We killed the prototype, and it was a happy ending or something. Blow up the factory. It's the final chapter, which I was okay with this being still there being a chapter 6. I'm not mad that they're still going. I'm just they're definitely trying to drag it. You can tell they're dragging it to make more money, and it feels like they're being really greedy and trying to make as much money as possible. And also the 2 good guys, I can't remember their name. They're only in the chapter for a little bit. I'm guessing they'll be more in Chapter 6. They're probably gonna do more stuff, but it definitely feels like they're just in there so they could be in Chapter 6. Also, it kind of makes me a little bit mad how it didn't really kill a lot of people, kill a lot of monsters, I should say, In Chapter 1, yes, Huggy survived, but he's Huggy Wuggy. He needs to come back. Chapter 2 is Mommy Long Legs. Chapter 3 was Catnap. Chapter 4 was Doughy. And it just kind of feels like I guess we killed Lily, whatever her name is. But it just kind of feels weird, like we didn't kill the main villain. That's the main character of this chapter. It makes sense we should kill him as the main, but we just don't do that. And it just feels like they're trying to push the game. They're trying to push and they're trying to cut corners. Like, oh, you're not going to kill him because then what else is you're supposed to do? And it's just annoying, and you can tell they're definitely dragging it on. And it really sucks. I really thought this would be the last chapter. It sucks that this wouldn't be the ending because it would be a good ending. Like, what if we actually die from the prototype and we have to play as Huggy that actually survived and finish him off with, like, a boss fight or something. And then the whole place burns down or something. That would be really cool. I think a lot of people like that. And then you could like open, like, oh, there's other factory and there's other villains, and maybe go back to Project Playtime, update that game. You can still keep Happy Playtime alive, but you can just end the main story. You don't have to keep going with this one same story over and over again, because you're just going to stretch it out, and it feels like you're just going to be there for the money, and I think they are just there for the money. But that's my opinion on Happy Playtime Chapter 5. A lot of people liked it. I hated it. I think a lot of people hated it too. It's kind of a mixed chapter. Well, I think a lot of people like this more than Chapter 4, but here's my opinion on all the games, worst to best. The worst chapter is probably the first one, Chapter 1. Not saying this is bad, it's just really short. This doesn't even really count, just because of how short it is. It would probably be a lot higher if it was, like, the same amount of time as 3, 4, and 5, but it's down here. Again, if the chapter was longer, it would probably be higher. And I don't really like Mommy on Legs as a villain. So she's probably like my least favorite out of all, like, the big bads. This is why it's so low, but yeah. Next is Chapter 5. I'll probably put this at the bottom, but since it's longer than the other games, the other two, it's like the third spot. Hopefully Chapter 6 is better. Then it's Chapter 4. I recommend replaying this because they fixed a lot of bugs when it first came out, and it is a lot better, and I really like Doughy. Even though Pianosaurus didn't have a lot of screen time, this was still a good chapter. And the best chapter goes with Chapter 3. Catnap is terrifying. All of the characters are terrifying. There's a lot of, like, if you walk around, there's just, like, dead toys, basically dead people everywhere, dead kids just laying around, and it's really gruesome, and it's probably one of the most violent chapters they ever did. This is definitely the number one spot, probably going to be the number one spot for a long time. That's my thoughts on Chapter 5. I did not like the chapter. I guess the ending was pretty cool with the doctor. He's still alive. He didn't really get a good boss fight in Chapter 4, but other than that, I really hope they don't drag the story anymore, and I hope they at least make it a little bit better than Chapter 5, because I remember being very disappointed when I finished this game. But other than that, goodbye.